Alright, hi everyone. So I realised my last video was 21 minutes long, which, when I was filming it, it didn't seem like that long at all. So yeah, I really apologise, and hopefully this video is not going to be that long. And also I haven't had a shower this morning, so if my hair is sticking up at any point, then I apologise. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so in this video I just want to talk a little bit about self-harm. It's not like something that is a great talking point, and it's something that like a lot of people are quite sensitive about. But I just kind of just want to talk generally about it. I won't say anything triggering or anything like that. I just sort of want to discuss it a little bit, I guess. So yeah, hopefully this video is good. I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but yeah, hopefully it's okay. So yeah, I've been like recovering for I think about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years, from like suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. And I've I was mentally unstable like at one time, but with this whole recovery thing that I'm doing, I've kind of gotten a lot more like stable and like mentally, and yeah, I realised that the suicidal thoughts have like pretty much completely gone now, along with like a lot of my anxiety. But one thing that's kind of stayed with me is sort of, I guess, depression in a way, just because like, I don't know, I'm not like happy all the time, so a lot like not a lot of the time, but sometimes I feel depressed. And also self-harm has sort of stayed with me. Like, I haven't completely eradicated those two things from my life. And that's mainly down to the fact that sort of once you start self-harming, it's not as easy as you think to give up. Um, it's like it's an addiction. So if you're addicted to anything, then you'll know. Like if you're addicted to chocolate, for example, you can't just give chocolate up in like a week or something. It takes time. So yeah, I don't do it that much, but yeah, it's kind of stayed with me. I remember the first time I ever sort of hurt myself, and that was when I was 13. And like I said, I was pretty mentally unstable, so I didn't even try and fight the addiction, or I didn't even try and stop at all back then. So I got like really addicted to it like really early on, and it was like so easy to just get addicted to it as well. Um, and yeah, I just kept doing it like a lot more like in my later years, and yeah, those years have kind of haunted me to this day. I don't know if it's the same for like people out there, but sort of the more you do it, the more intense it gets, and um, like, well, obviously the more you do it, the harder it is to stop as well. Um, and like, I don't know, I think I'm, well, I stopped study self harming on steady self harming. Uh, when did I stop? I stopped on the 24th of January 2014, so that means I'm like 1 year and like 2 weeks clean of steady self harm. And like, if you don't know what that means, it basically means just sort of hurting yourself like every night, pretty much. That's what steady self harm is. So yeah, I'm a year clean of that. But I remember like 2 years ago, and it was like really bad. Because that was like 2 years ago, I would have been 17, and that would have been close to the time when I was stopping. But I remember like that's sort of my third or fourth year of self harming. So it was like whenever I self harmed, it was like pretty deep, and yeah, it kind of hurt a lot the next day, pretty much. So yeah, self harm comes in like loads and loads of different ways. That could be just from small things that you do when you're a kid, like scratching yourself, or it can get onto something like punching yourself. Obviously, like the big one, well, not the big one, but like the one that everybody sort of associates self harm with, and the one that sort of is publicized the most is cutting. that's probably the one that I did the most. I tried burning myself once, but that didn't really go that well. But basically, where self-harm just has had so many, like, so many disadvantages and, like, no advantages pretty much whatsoever. So yeah, firstly, it can, like, leave you with scars that obviously, like, don't look great. I still am kind of going through self-harm. I don't really do it that much, but, you know, like, every now and then I look down at my wrists and stuff and I see, like, scars, and it's just, like, it's, like, really not good to look at, you know. I've got scars that have, like, stayed on my body for over a year. I've got, like, a few on my back, along with, like loads of stretch marks, so they kind of blend in. I've got a few, like, really horrible scars on my belly, which, that was, like, a weird story. Like, I was getting bullied about my weight, and I don't know, I kind of tried to cut into my belly to sort of get fat out of it, which is, like, one of the stupidest fucking things that I've ever done. Like, that's obviously not going to work. And I've got quite a few on my arms, like up here and up here. On this one, I've got it tattooed up, so you can't really see the ones on that one, and on that one it's not that deep. But those are the places that I could sort of cut deep that sort of nobody ever really saw. So yeah, I kind of had freedom to cut up there, or at least I thought. Yeah, it's like, I think a few of the scars are going to be there for the rest of my life, to be honest. And, like, you know, I just really, like, why would I do that to myself, you know? It's really not worth it. I started doing it to, like, sort of, apparently it was a relief, so I just tried it one day, and I never wanted to get permanent scars on my body. That's, like, you know, why would I cut deep when I just wanted a little bit of relief, you know? I didn't start it to take out anger on myself or anything. I just, yeah, it's not cool. And I've got scars on my body now that are going to stay with me for the rest of my life just because of some stupid little addiction I had. So yeah, that's just pretty much what happens when you, like, have that addiction. If you want to, like, try it out just to see what it's like or something, then please don't, because you'll just end up doing it more and more and more, and the more you do it, like, the more intense it'll get, and eventually you're just going to end up with scars that you really didn't want, like when you first started out. Secondly, if you see, like, a scar on your body or something, especially when you're in, like, a bad place, then yeah, it's pretty triggering. And you know, I remember when I was, like, kind of depressed a lot more, if I ever saw, like, a scar, like, fading on my body or something, and I'd, like, I guess it would give me the sort of, what's the word, it would kind of just make me want to open it up again, you know. I thought that might be easier than making a new scar, which, again, is just really horrible. Yeah, I'm not so much in a bad place now, but, like, I can, like, see scars on my body, and it's really not nice to see, you know. It's not so much triggering anymore, because I'm not exactly sad anymore, but, yeah, they're just, I don't know, like, if you really, like, self-harm a lot, and you've got scars that are healing, and you open them up, then they're never going to go away, and you're going to just be left with them. So yeah, you need to stop for that reason. And thirdly, if you cut, like, deep enough, then eventually your scars are going to be prone to infection, which then you're going to have to go see a doctor, which I know I certainly didn't want to do that when I was self-harming. So yeah, it's really, you kind of don't cut deep, is what I'm saying, because if it gets infected, then you just gotta deal with a lot more problems that you didn't really want to deal with. And yeah, it kind of sucks. And finally, the fourth thing is self-harm, especially cutting, can sort of limit the the freedom, I guess, of clothes that you can wear. Like pretty much my whole wardrobe now is just long sleeve tops, just because I find it like really awkward to sort of explain to people why I've got scars and stuff. Um, so I find it best to just sort of hide them, and the best way to hide them is just by wearing clothing over it. So yeah, I've got long sleeve tops. Yeah, I kind of miss wearing t-shirts all the time because it can get kind of warm in these things. But yeah, these are pretty much the only clothes I have, and yeah, I don't really like not having the freedom to wear anything I want. It's not a cool thing. So basically, I can't really tell you like all the things you can do to sort of overcome self harm because I think it's different for everyone. And also, I'm not like in a great position right now anyway to sort of be saying that because I still kind of go through it. But one of the most important things I'd say is to tell your parents. I'd say the majority of parents would understand and they would like support you. They wouldn't do anything sort of bad for you. They would just try and well, that's like the fact that I haven't had a shower. My hair is like sticking up all over the place. Anyway, yeah, tell your parents because um, I hate doing that when like you just completely go off topic and then you just have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, tell your parents because they will support you, and I guess it gives you a sense of if someone knows that you sort of do it and someone that you're close to, then that could really really help. I really wish that I told my parents when I was doing it, because I don't know. I think they would have understood, and I think they would have probably. I think they would have been there for me quite a lot. I don't know. I don't really know how they would have took it, but I think it would have definitely benefited me if I told them. If for some reason you can't tell your parents, then try and tell one of your closest friends. Um, if you can't, like if you actually physically can't tell anyone that's close to you in real life about your problems because, I don't know, you might find it embarrassing or you might just find it sort of a really, really hard thing to do, then go online, there's loads of people out there. Make a Tumblr account, make a Twitter account. There's loads of people out there that would want to talk to you about it, and that would always be there for you. I mean, like you can even talk to me. I've got loads of different social media things, so just find me on there. I'll happily talk to you about anything that you want to talk about. Just know that there's always like people out there for you that really sort of care about you, even though I know certainly when I was like depressed, I thought I was kind of worthless and that no one really cared about me. But there's definitely people that care about you, and you know, maybe you need to go online to sort of find that out because you know, when I like sort of was more active online, I felt like quite a lot happier to be honest because like people were nicer online than they are in real life. I found so. Yeah, try and go online, try and talk to some people, try and talk to me if you can. And also, I'd say just like sometime in life, like if you've got scars on your arm or something, try and show somebody. You don't have to exactly talk about it, but knowing that someone out there actually knows that you're going through it can kind of help, I guess. I'd say the best sort of advice that I can give anybody who wants to sort of stop self harming is to find distractions. Um, try and find something that you're passionate about and do something to do with that other than cutting yourself or whatever. For me, I'd say I had four distractions. That would be YouTube, music, FIFA, and guitar. But it could be different for everyone. I'm passionate about music, so I just sort of started playing guitar when I was 13, and that took my mind off self harming like a lot. I kind of, in a way, think playing guitar kind of saved my life. Which is kind of weird to say, but yeah, playing guitar kind of brought me out of a lot of dark times in my life. So yeah, I just find distractions. Yeah, that's the best advice I can give anybody, really. There was an album that came out sort of, I think it was like halfway through 2013 or something, called Sempiternal, and I used to listen to that a lot. I used to just put it on full volume, and it kind of just pumped me up. But it didn't like make me angry or anything. It just kind of chilled me out in a way. Chilled me out and pumped me up. It was a weird like mix. But there's like loads of albums that have came out within the past sort of 5 years that have really, really sort of like I would listen to them. I just put them on full volume or whatever, sort of block everything out in real life, close my eyes and just sort of go to sleep. And doing that is so much better than staying up all night and overthinking and just being in a bad place. Just listen to music and drift off. That's the best way to sort of do things. As I've said a lot on this channel, like YouTube sort of helped me out a lot. That's sort of why I started sort of doing this channel, because I felt like if people could sort of talk about things that I was really sensitive about, it made me feel like I wasn't alone, and I don't know, it gave me a sense of like, what's the word? Well, yeah, like I just didn't really feel alone at all when I was watching those videos. Like I'd look in the comments and everyone would be going through it and stuff, and it just kind of made me feel like I could talk to like loads and loads of people online, and it really, really helped. Recently, I've been watching a YouTuber called HannahVancouverr. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she like handles these topics like really, really well. I've been watching her videos for the past sort of 3 months, and she's really, really inspired me to like make this channel. So I recommend like checking her out. I'll probably put a link to her channel in the description. But yeah, just watch YouTube videos, because it's a good distraction, and it just really opens your eyes to this kind of thing. One of the biggest things that helped me sort of get through self-harm was FIFA, which is a bit of a weird one, but that's kind of just a personal one for me. I understand that like not many people are into gaming. Well, no, it's like a lot of people are into gaming, but there's a lot of people out there that sort of self-harm that aren't into it, and I understand that, but if you are into gaming, then try and like play online or something, because you can really, really get into it. I remember like for like 2 years I would just go on FIFA like every night pretty much, and it just helped me take my mind off life pretty much. That was like a really, really good way to sort of spend my time, because if I wasn't playing that, then I would just be like hurting myself. So yeah, FIFA was just sort of, I really got into it, and yeah, it was just kind of a really, really good way to spend my time. And then like the final sort of distraction that sort of really helped me was guitar. Just like I said before, like coming home from school every day and playing guitar or like learning a new song was really enjoyable, and it was like much, much better than sort of hurting myself. So yeah, they were pretty much all the things that sort of really sort of stopped me from like steady self-harming. Again, like I said, it is something I still go through, but I'm not sad anymore. I just do it purely for the fact that it was an addiction of mine, and it's just sometimes I can just give into temptation. I'm not really that much of a strong person, but in about a year's time, I would say I'm pretty sure I'm gonna completely be clean of hurting myself. So yeah, I just distract yourself. Hopefully, one of those distractions you can do, because those distractions that I did was like they were just really helpful. So I recommend, if you don't know any distractions, or if you don't know what you're passionate about, to then buy a guitar. You can get like a cheap guitar for like a tenner. So go buy one of those. Yeah, and just see what happens. Playing guitar is just such a good way to pass the time. Seriously, it's so It's really relaxing when you play it. You don't really get angry. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you really don't know what you're passionate about, then just try and think of a dream job that you would like to do. You know, maybe go swimming with dolphins or something, and see if you can do something in your spare time that has anything to do with that. I don't know. You could just even go buy a puzzle or something from the shop and just keep doing that. You know, just try and literally do anything you can to just sort of distract yourself. You know, that's the best way to do things. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you've got anything about the video that you disliked, please tell me in the comments. If you liked anything, then please tell me. Please subscribe, because I really want to get to 30 subscribers, and I'm on 5 at the moment, so we're getting there. I need 25 more. Please like the video, because that helps the channel grow, and yeah, if you got any requests of any videos, please just try and contact me on one of my social media things, or email me. Everything's going to be in the description. Yeah, just please give me some kind of suggestion of a video on any of my social media things, because I promise you I'll do it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.